Hello everyone, welcome to our new session. In this session, we will see about the rational numbers. In this, we will firstly see what are the rational numbers, then some important results of rational numbers, then some properties of rational numbers, and what is the absolute value of a rational number. Now, firstly, what are the rational number? A number of the form p upon q. A number of the form p upon q where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0 is called a rational number. A number of the form p upon q where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0 means the value of q is non-zero is called a rational number. Here we call p as numerator and q is called the denominator. For example, we can write it as 0 upon 10, 1 upon 2, simply 2 because 2 can be written as 2 divided by 1 means 2 upon 1 is same as 2. So 2 is also a rational number. 3 upon 5 minus 5 upon 11. 9 or 7 upon minus 11. All these are some examples of rational numbers. Now we will see some important results about the rational numbers. In this we will see first result, that is every natural number is a rational number, but every rational number need not be a natural number. Every natural number is a rational number, but every rational number need not be a natural number. That is, if anyone gives us any natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 or anyone, then that number can be converted into rational number. How? If someone gives us 7, then we can write 7 as 7 upon 1. So it is in the form of p upon q where q is not equal to 0. So 7 is also a rational number. In the same way, we can write 2 as 2 upon 1. So it is also a rational number. But if anyone gives us 7 upon 5 or 8 upon 3, these are rational numbers but are not natural numbers. These are not natural numbers because the natural numbers are counting numbers that are 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. But 7 upon 5 or 8 upon 3 are not natural numbers. Now the second result is 0 is a rational number because we can divide 0 by a non-zero number and the result is again 0. Rational number is in the form of p upon q. Now 0 can be written as 0 upon 3 or 0 upon 7, 0 upon minus 2, 0 upon 8. All this gives us 0. So 0 is a rational number. The next result is every integer is a rational number, but every rational number may not be an integer. For example, minus 2. Minus 2 is integer and we can write it as minus 2 upon 1. That is in the form of rational number. So minus 2 is also a rational number. That is every integer is a rational number. But what about the rational numbers? If 3 upon 2 is rational number, but 3 upon 2 is not an integer. So every rational number may not be an integer. So every integer is a rational number, but every rational number may not be an integer. The last result is every fraction is a rational number, but every rational number need not be a fraction. Every fraction is a rational number. For example, 2 upon 3, it is a fraction and also it is a rational number because it is in the form of p upon q and q is not equal to 0. But every rational number need not be a fraction. For example, minus 5 upon 7 or 5 upon minus 7. These are not fractions. Why? Because in the first minus 5 upon 7, minus 5 is not a natural number and for a fraction we need only natural numbers. So minus 5 is not natural number, so minus 5 upon 7 is not a fraction. In the same way, 5 upon minus 7, here minus 7 is not a natural number. So 5 upon minus 7 is not a fraction. So every fraction is rational number, but every rational number need not be a fraction. Now we'll see some properties of rational numbers. First property, that is equivalent rational numbers. If anyone gives us a rational number p upon q, then we can multiply both the numerator as well as denominator, that is p as well as q, by some non-zero integer. Then the new rational number is called the equivalent rational number of the given number. Let p upon q be a rational number and m be any integer except 0, means m should not be equal to 0. Then p upon q can be written as p multiplied by m divided by q multiplied by m, means we have to multiply by m to both numerator as well as denominator. Such numbers are called equivalent rational numbers. For example, 2 upon 5. If we multiply both the numerator, that is 2, and denominator, that is 5, by 2, then we get 4 upon 10. So 4 upon 10 is equivalent rational number of 2 upon 5. Now positive and negative rational numbers. If a and b are positive integers, then the rational numbers a upon b and minus a upon minus b are both positive. If a and b are positive integers, then the rational numbers a upon b and minus a upon minus b are both positive, and the rational numbers minus a upon b and a upon minus b are both negative. For example, if we take two positive integers 1 and 2, so 1 upon 2 is a positive rational number. In the same way, minus 1 upon minus 2, minus get cancelled, so it is also a positive rational number. But if we write minus 1 upon 2 or 1 upon minus 2, then both of these are negative rational numbers. Now second property, if p and q are any two integers, the condition is q is not equal to 0 and m is a common divisor of p and q. M is a common divisor of p and q. Then p upon q can be written as, firstly we will divide the numerator by m and then also divide the denominator by m. Then the new form is p divided by m divided by q is divided by m. For example, if someone gives us 20 upon 24, here the common factor or common divisor of 20 and 24 is 4. So we will divide the numerator, that is 20, and the denominator 24 by 4. Then we will get a new rational number, that is 5 upon 6. Now what is the standard form of a rational number? A rational number p upon q is said to be in standard form if q is positive and the integers p and q have no common divisor other than 1. A rational number p upon q is said to be in standard form if q is positive and the integers p and q have no common divisor other than 1. Then those rational numbers are called as standard form. Now the third property, two rational numbers are equivalent only when the product of numerator of the first and the denominator of the second. The product of numerator of the first and the denominator of the second is equal to the product of the denominator of the first and the numerator of the second. For example, if p upon q is one rational number and r upon s is another rational number, then these two rational numbers are equivalent only when p multiplied by s is equal to q multiplied by r. We will take one example as minus 10 upon 27. It is our first rational number, and then second is minus 50 upon 135. we want to check these two rational numbers are equivalent or not. For this we will take the product of numerator of the first, that is the numerator of minus 10 upon 27, that is minus 10, into the denominator of the second, that is of minus 50 upon 135, and the denominator is 135. So minus 10 multiplied by 135, it gives us minus 1350. Now we will take the product of the denominator of the first, that is 27, and the numerator of the second, that is minus 50. So 27 multiplied by minus 50, it gives us minus 1350. So here minus 10 multiplied by 35 is same as 27 multiplied by minus 50. So both these rational numbers, that is minus 10 upon 27 and minus 50 upon 135, are equivalent rational numbers. So we can write them as minus 10 upon 27 is equal to minus 50 upon 135. Now we will see absolute value of a rational number. How to find out the absolute value of a rational number? We know the absolute value of an integer. Absolute value of an integer can be found out if the integer is positive or negative. The absolute value will be positive. But if the given integer is 0, then its absolute value is 0. In the same way, we can find out the absolute value of rational numbers. Firstly, we will see the symbol. The symbol for absolute value is denoted here, that is two standing lines. It is called as mod or modulus. This, if we write any number in between this modulus sign, it means that we are finding the absolute value of that integer, of that number. So absolute value of a positive number remains the same. We have seen that in the integers. For example, if 3 is given and we want to find out the absolute value of 3, then the absolute value of 3 is 3. Nextly, the absolute value of a negative integer is always positive. For example, if someone gives us minus 3, then absolute value of minus 3, that is modulus of minus 3, is 3 itself. Now the absolute value of 0 is 0. Thus for any rational number x, we write modulus or absolute value of x is equal to x if x is not equal to 0, and it is 0 if x is equal to 0. For example, if someone gives us 7 upon 2 and we want to find out the absolute value of 7 upon 2, firstly write it into modulus sign, that is absolute value of 7 upon 2. Then we can write it as absolute value of 7 divided by absolute value of 2. That is, we will separate the symbols for absolute value for numerator and denominator, and then find out the absolute values using how to find the absolute value of integers. Then we will get the absolute value of 7 upon 2 is 7 upon 2. But if someone asks us that what is the absolute value of minus 7 upon 2, then its absolute value will be 7 upon 2. And if it is 0, if the absolute value of 0, then it is 0. So we will revise one more time. What we have seen, firstly, what is a rational number? A number in the form of p upon q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Those numbers are called as rational numbers. Then we have seen some important results about rational numbers. First was every natural number is a rational number, but every rational number need not be a natural number. You can take any example for this. Then 0 is a rational number because we can divide 0 by a non-zero number and the result is again 0. Then third property is every integer is a rational number, but every rational number may not be an integer. Fourth one, every fraction is a rational number, but every rational number need not be a fraction. Then we have seen some properties of rational numbers. First property, that is equivalent rational numbers. if p upon q is any rational number, then if we multiply both the numerator as well as denominator by some non-zero integer, then the new rational number is the equivalent rational number of the given number. Then we have seen what are the positive and negative rational numbers. Then second property, that is if m is common divisor of p and q, then we can divide the numerator as well as denominator by m and get a new fraction or new rational number. Then what is the standard form of a rational number? A rational number p upon q is said to be in standard form if q is positive and the integers p and q have no common divisor other than 1. Then the third property, that is two rational numbers are equivalent only when the product of numerator of the first and the denominator of the second is equal to the product of the denominator of the first and the numerator of the second. We use this property to check whether the given two rational numbers are equivalent or not. Then we have seen what is the absolute value of a rational number. With the help of absolute value of integer, we can find out the absolute value of a rational number. Thank you.